Yo guys, welcome to HITC Sports. Today we're going to look at the most informed player at every major European club, except for the Premier League because that's for the other guys to cover. For this video we're going to look at the top 4 of all the competitions and pick one player that's standing out right now. Let's go. Starting off in Spain and Barcelona, we're going to have a look at the player with the best hairline in the entirety of the game, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Who else could it be than Aubameyang? Scoring 7 goals in his last 7 appearances in La Liga, also giving 1 assist, Aubameyang is now the focal point of Barcelona's attack. This signing in particular proved to be a masterstroke from Laporta at Barcelona, since Barcelona has been producing a lot of chances all season, but did not have a focal point to score the goals, and with Aubameyang, they have the perfect man. So far, his standout performances have been his hat-trick against Valencia and of course his 2 goals in the 4-0 bashing of Real Madrid. Also a shout out to Frankie Dion and Ferran Torres, because Frankie Dion is one of those players, when the team flows well, he's the type of player that can just bring the ball from defense and carry it all the way to the attack and add something special. And for Ferran Torres, he has been involved in 7 goals in his last 8 games, making sure that Barcelona have now gone unbeaten in the last 12 games. Pretty amazing. Moving on to the capital of Spain, and it could only be one man. Valbuena, look away now, because it's Karim Benzema. Leading the top scorer and assist charts, Benzema is having a Messi-esque season right now, scoring 22 and further assisting 10 goals. Benzema has already been involved with 32 goals this season, and it's only March. These absolutely insane numbers from Benzema make that Real Madrid is now top of the table with 9 points ahead of Sevilla. And how could anybody forget Benzema's performance against PSG, eliminating them from the Champions League in the round of 16? Oh yeah, and do you guys remember these claims he made? I think it's justified now. Also, shout out to Vinicius Jr. for finally having the output that everybody expected from him this season. And also to Eder Militao for sorting out the defense after Varane and Sergio Ramos left. Moving on to Sevilla, where we're going to have a look at the first goalkeeper in this list. It's the Moroccan goalkeeper, Bounou. These last seasons, Bounou has been performing absolutely insane. Obviously winning the Europa League with Sevilla, and now they're in 2nd place in La Liga. Having only conceded 13 goals this season, Bounou is one of the better performing goalkeepers in the league. Also, a shout out to Chelsea target Koundé, who's having another good season. If Chelsea want to get him at the end of the season, they need to pay big money for him. Moving on to the second Madrid club, obviously it's Atletico. And normally you would expect a defender or maybe a goalkeeper like Jan Oblak to feature here, but Oblak is having one of his worst seasons to date, already conceding more than he did in his last campaigns, and it's only March. So for me, the pick of the bunch in these last couple of games has been Joao Felix. Felix's recent form has helped Atletico Madrid climb into the Champions League places and also knocking out Manchester United in Champions League. We're going to Italy and we're starting off with Internazionale, and my pick of the bunch is absolutely nobody. Inter has been in a form crisis, starting the year in 1st position and are now in 3rd after winning only 1 out of their last 7 games and getting knocked out by Liverpool in the Champions League. So basically nobody deserves this spot. If I were to give it to anybody, maybe Lautaro Martinez, who has been scoring his goals lately, but Inter, come on. Get your together. Moving on to the old lady, to Juventus, where it could only be one person. Former Arsenal target and the most expensive signing this winter at a whopping 75 million, it's obviously Dusan Flavius. Since signing Vlahovic, Juventus have found their way up and are now in 4th position, 7 points behind league leaders Milan. Juventus finally found their focal point after a certain Cristiano Ronaldo left in the beginning of the season. And if you guys remember that second leg of Juventus' Champions League tie against Villarreal, in the first half Vlahovic could have scored at least twice. If he would have scored them, that game would have probably ended completely different. Moving on to Naples, where Napoli's star player this season has been Victor Osimhen. A long-term injury kept him on the sidelines until recently. Osimhen is currently keeping Napoli's title challenge alive after scoring 5 goals in his last 5 games and scoring twice in his last game against Udinese, where Napoli were rocking their latest of 13 different kits this season. How? And the only club left to talk about in Italy is league leaders AC Milan. And we're picking another goalkeeper for this one. Mike Maignan has seamlessly replaced Donnarumma between the sticks. The AC Milan goalkeeper has conceded the 2nd least amount of goals in Serie A after Lazio goalkeeper Strakosha, playing an important part in AC Milan's great season that they're having. Another player to watch in AC Milan is Pierre Kalulu. The young defender is yet another product of the never-ending talent factory from France. At 21 years of age, Kalulu has already played 20 games for AC Milan, so watch out for him. We're going to the German Bundesliga and we're starting off with Bayern, and their most informed player is
Robert Lewandowski. You know, Robert Lewandowski.
There's not much to say here. Scoring 31 goals in 27 games, being responsible for almost 40% of Bayern's total goals this season. He's the best striker in the world. But wait, does he have one of these yet? Borussia Dortmund is not having the best of seasons, already crashing out in the group stage of the Champions League and the Bundesliga title far out of sight. One player that has performed well, at least before his injury, is of course Erlang Holland. Having scored 16 times in the Bundesliga, almost half of the amount of goals of Lewandowski, which shows the absolutely insane season that Lewandowski is having. And Dortmund fans, enjoy it while it lasts, because I think that these are going to be the last couple of months that Haaland's going to be at the club. Leverkusen is having quite an exciting team with players like Wirtz, Diaby, Schick and Tapsoba. But my pick of the bunch is Patrick Schick. Scoring 20 goals in 20 games, the striker is one of the reasons why Leverkusen has a very good chance of making it to the European competitions next season. Moving on to Red Bull Leipzig, where the pick of the bunch is undoubtedly Christopher Nkunku. The versatile PSG Academy graduate has already been involved with 28 goals in 23 games, assisting 13 while scoring 15 goals himself. Since joining Leipzig, Nkunku has assisted at least 10 goals every campaign since 2019, with the standout campaign being his first, the 1920 season, assisting 16. Can he better that record this season? Moving on to France, and in particular PSG, where Kylian Mbappe has been the only shining light in a rather disappointing front three. With his output of 11 assists and 16 goals, Mbappe is preparing a send-away gift for the PSG fans, winning Ligue 1 one more time before signing with Los Blancos in Madrid. Mbappe is having yet another great campaign for PSG, being the most dangerous attacker the majority of the time in the front three of Messi, Neymar and Mbappe. Having scored over 150 goals in 5 years for PSG, Mbappe will leave the capital as a king. Moving on to second place, where Olympique Marseille is trying to secure a Champions League spot for next season. Scoring 10 in 12 games across all competitions for Olympique Marseille, Arik Milik is finally getting his form back from when he was playing at Ajax earlier on in his career. Milik's outstanding run of form has helped Olympique Marseille into the quarterfinals of the Conference League, where they will be playing PAOK, and also into the second position in Ligue 1. Jeremy Doku and Sulemana have been great signings this season for Stade Rennes, who are in third position in Ligue 1. But my pick of the bunch is Lovro Majer. The Croatian midfielder is an assist king, but that's not all. He absolutely runs the team from midfield, and to be fair, I can't express his quality in stats. He's one of those players that you just have to watch and enjoy in order to see his brilliance. So I definitely recommend you after this video to go watch some of his highlights, because believe me, he is going to be one of the next big things. Also shout out to Martin Terrier, who has been firing lately and has already scored 16 goals in Liga. To round up the Ligue 1, we're going to talk about OG Sinis, and my player of the bunch is Gouiri? This guy. I'm not even going to talk about this guy too much. Just watch his assist against Versailles in the French Cup. Absolutely insane. Some honorable mentions outside of the top 5 competitions are Pedro Gonçalves and Darwin Núñez from Sporting and Benfica in Portugal respectively, Anthony Haller for Ajax and Gakpo for PSG in the Netherlands, and Karim Adeyemi for Red Bull Salzburg. So guys, that's it. Be sure to like, share and subscribe. Let me know who you think is the most informed player in Europe right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.